Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Fumble the Bag. This is episode number 5. Joining me today is Max Pollard, Jacob Goldstein, Chris Franz, and joining us newly today is Arvin Mohammadi. Welcome, and welcome to Fumble the Bag. How are you guys doing today?
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Good. Hello.
I'm doing well. Hello.
Welcome back to another episode, guys. It's gonna be a good one.
You know, guys, it's been a very interesting week, even though we missed last week's episode. So I want to start things off with the World Series. What's your guys' take about that?
Boring, in my opinion. I thought it was. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say it was. I mean, it wasn't as competitive as I thought it was gonna be, and it seems like the Texas really just kind of dominated the whole time.
Yeah, true. I mean, it
was
was one
kind
of
of
the
a boring
least watched,
series.
least watched.
Yeah,
World
it
Series
wasn't like there. It's
of
not
all
like
time.
it's not no like Dodgers Yankees. Like 19 whatever that was. Like it's not. It's nothing. They're new teams and not new teams, but they're like kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but
New to the playoffs. You just don't see the underdogs,
they weren't playoff teams. Yeah, so it wasn't
No,
like.
I mean, and I was expecting it to kind of not be popular in this World Series because it was too like not really like big market teams, I'd say. So I mean, it was the least watched for a reason. But congrats to the Rangers. Really miss
Back
Corey
to Corey
Seager.
Seager.
He's insane. Like should have kept him on the Dodgers.
Yeah, it was.
Miss him so much, man. All the Dodger fans out there are crying too, with me and Goldie and everyone here that's a Dodger fan.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's very true because there were a lot of even I have someone I know that's a major Dodger fan. He says this was actually a Dodgers win, not a Texas win.
Yeah, we
Corey
I guess we
Seager.
could say that. Yeah, miss him. But credit to the D-backs though. I mean, just to make it there when nobody really like thought about it. Everyone was riding on the Phillies.
I mean,
they choked.
not to talk bad about the D-backs, but a lot of other people, spectators, were saying that this was actually a fluke. Do you think this thing was actually a fluke? Because how given that the D-backs performance and them getting past the Dodgers, Philly, Milwaukee, and then just playing not so great in the World Series, do you think this was an actual fluke?
Well,
definitely
I
not.
mean,
It's not a fluke.
no, I wouldn't
The-
say it's a fluke yet, but I mean,
a lot of respect to the
like-
D-backs. They played really good this postseason.
well,
They
mean,
they
I
really
guess-
played like they wanted it.
yeah.
They're
I
just
mean,
a
no one
young team.
expected them to win, so that's
And,
a lot of progress for them, though.
They won a title. I mean, they won their division. So not their division. What's it called?
The NL.
The NL. Yeah, they won the NL. So I mean, they didn't like. They won something. It's not
They
like
won
they
the
went
pennant,
home.
man.
Yeah,
That's
But hey,
an
when-
achievement
but hey,
itself, honestly.
when you're
For them.
making like $60-something million a year, are you really gonna complain if you lost the World Series? Come on.
Like it's
I
surprising.
mean, if
to
you're really
make it.
passionate, yeah. I mean,
Well, I know it's
probably.
passionate, but
But
yeah,
the Rangers are the opposite. They spent a lot of money, and they were kind of like they were expected to do well last year, but like they didn't. I don't think they even made the playoffs
they had
last year.
they had like a 0.4% chance at the beginning of the season to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they basically like before when they were like a crap team, like they had nobody. They had an off season where they signed like Semien and Seager, so they got like
Yep.
a crazy lineup. And then like pitching was a problem that year, so that's why they weren't good. And then they signed pitching this like past off season. They got DeGrom, fucking Heaney. Sorry, pardon my language, but Andrew Heaney. Yeah, they just bolstered their starting rotation, and then I guess it showed. They won. They spent the money. And I don't think that's a fluke in that case either. By the way, I mean, they just
Both
have a good
played great.
lineup, and yeah, I mean they showed up when it mattered, and that's baseball for you though. Like we've said before,
Unforgiving.
it's
Unforgiving.
random, and just anything could happen.
Yep.
It's all momentum.
But unpredictable.
Exactly.
Very unpredictable.
Now, there's only 5 teams left. That's crazy. 5 teams left that haven't won a World Series title. Do you think any of these teams can win the title next year?
Let me see. Let me pull up who's
Yeah, which teams are there?
So it's like the Reds and like
I think Tampa Bay was one of them.
They won one, no? Haven't they?
Mariners, the Brewers.
I thought the Mariners. I
Um,
could have sworn the Mariners have won one.
Oh, so it was the Brewers. I was like, I had it mixed with somebody else.
Brewers make the playoffs, but they never.
Yeah,
They
the
never
Rays
get
is
far.
right. Rays, Rockies, Mariners, Brewers, Padres. Had the Padres.
I think Rays could win it. I mean, they had a really good season this
Yeah,
year.
they're always contenders. The Rays, Rockies aren't. No, they're not even close. To be honest, they're
Rockies
still
are
rebuilding.
trash.
Mariners can like have a miracle run sometime. I mean, they always like fall short just short of October. Kind of sucks. Like they make a crazy comeback in the last month of the season, and then it's always not enough for them. I feel like
Mhm.
just disappointing for them. And the Padres, I mean, they should be World Series contenders on paper, but they're not. Chemistry issues. And the Brewers, I mean, I don't know. They're just a pitch. They're always a dark horse team to win the World Series. But I'd say the Rays are probably the best odds out of this list.
Happy Halloween, everybody! By the way, hope everyone had a great Halloween.
Oh
A
yeah,
little late,
Yeah,
but
a
yeah.
spooktacular candy season.
It was great. Watched the movie. It was great.
What movie?
Five Nights at Freddy.
Okay.
How was that movie, by the way?
I'm in with taste.
Honest-
I'm in with taste.
Honestly, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but some scenes were like rushed and like it was slow at the beginning, but then it picked up like towards the middle and the end. I liked it. I give it like a solid like 7 or 8 out of 10.
Did you get
I
scared?
heard.
No, I didn't get scared.
I heard there's gonna be like a 4-hour lore cut of the movie on like physical releases.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Should we go back to sports now?
No,
Maybe.
we're good. We're just just talking about it. You're good.
What about what's going on in the NBA world, guys? Anything with Victor Wembanyama? I heard he's been
Yeah,
heard,
he
heard a
cooked
lot about
tonight,
him.
dude.
He
Oh,
dropped
boy.
38 points against the Suns.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, they did pretty well against the Suns like yesterday too. Like because I think it was a double header, I guess. Even though it was day apart, but yeah, dude, like
Yeah.
it was a surprising win against them yesterday. There was like a really clutch moment at the end. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AD's father.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding. He's insane though.
Yeah, Lakers played the Clippers last night. That was a good game.
that
a
was
really good
Oh
game.
man.
crazy, dude.
That
I
was-
couldn't even watch
Highlights
it.
that one.
The ending was insane. Paul George hitting like almost like back-to-back threes. That thing was insane.
That was crazy. But they just need to play Christian Wood, the Lakers. I'm tired of seeing Prince out there. It should be Reddish.
Torian Prince has been nothing good ever since. he
Yeah,
came to
and
the
he's
Lakers.
injured now too.
Yeah, but Cam Reddish is better. I like him a lot better.
Christian Wood, yeah. Well, I like Christian Wood too. I mean, I know you talk
Christian
about
Wood's
Cam Reddish.
really-
Yeah, he
Yeah.
should be good. Like a good fit. Like a stretch big kind of guy.
Let's talk about freaking what's his name? Gabe Benson. He's been so bad.
Oh,
dude.
wow,
He's
yeah,
been
that's
so.
true.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. People
Oh,
thought
yeah.
even I would say he could maybe contend for the starting PG spot. No, he's not. It's
Not like
clearly
this.
D'Lo's actually played pretty decently, way better than freaking Gabe Davis or not
Yeah,
Gabe Davis,
well-
Gabe Benson.
Seems like his little playoff run last year was kind of a fluke.
Possibly.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, right now he's injured too, like along with Prince. So I don't know. Maybe he'll find himself. We'll see.
Yeah. Also, the NBA tournament starts tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, the end season.
I didn't
tournament.
expect it to start so soon. to be
Yeah, it starts really soon.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
curious,
know.
like how they're gonna like how the main like stars are gonna play in that. Like, are they gonna really try or? I'm still like I don't know because like just seeing that game, the Clipper Laker game, like seeing Kawhi PG versus AD LeBron like going at it, like playing like 40 minutes is like that's what we want to see. But like I don't if they have to like go all out in like another little tournament they have to do, like I don't know. It's just like nah, do they really have to go through that? Like just save yourself for the season when the games matter. That's what I
don't know.
think. But
The only thing I
don't
can think
know. We'll
of
see how this
to
goes.
motivate them is either like big money or seating. Like
Yeah,
can
that's
affect
the-
seating.
that's
That's the only
exactly
way
what
I
I
can
thought.
see it like working out.
Seating for the fans, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean,
That'll be interesting.
I heard it's kind of like it's like a soccer sort of thing. They're taking it from like the soccer, if I'm
Like how like
correct.
Champions League or whatever.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like that. Yeah.
But I don't
So
know.
they
I
have
mean,
like games over like a span of a month or something, or more than that, or with like breaks in between. Is that and then they play regular season games
if,
in
if
between
it's like
that?
the Champions League, they'll play the group stage, then they'll take a little break, then they'll play the Bradis. I don't know how what how it breaks down into after that, but then they'll play the next round, take a little break, play the next round. Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure though.
Yeah,
Well, it's the first time they're
interesting.
going to be doing it, so it's going to be very interesting how everything's going to play out. So I'm kind of intrigued, but at the same time, I'm not very intrigued.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I just don't want stars getting injured.
Yeah, especially
Especially,
LeBron at
yeah,
his age.
And AD, dude, because
of
like
course.
AD is
Yeah,
prone to get
glass.
he's in Anthony Day to Day Davis, dude. I
Day to
swear.
day Davis, baby. He's been good though so far, so let's hope he keeps
As
it
long
up.
as long as he stays healthy, Lakers are contenders.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
man.
LeBron and
Reeves
AD are
though,
healthy,
also
especially.
Reeves has been kind of struggling a bit. Kind of
Yeah,
surprising.
he's struggling that Clippers game, but then he picked it up in the fourth quarter,
Yeah,
which
he,
is
he has
good.
his
Yeah,
moments still. Like he can he could show up when he has to.
yeah.
Like,
Do you think it's
but
because he played in the FIBA World Cup?
yeah,
Because
that's
some
what I
people were saying
figured.
that.
I feel like he's getting a little worn out. Like he's been grinding, like especially with he was like one of the main options on that team too. So
And he took a massive pay cut as well.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he likes playing for LA. Grew up a Kobe fan. He loves playing for the Lakers, and he's got a starting role in the lineup.
hillbilly
So,
Kobe.
yeah, Billy Kobe.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's doing well. He's had 15 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. 5 for 13. That's not bad. If it was like
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like almost like
first couple games
50%.
he did.
yeah. I think he's kind of like been a little inefficient, but he gets a lot of looks anyways, and usually can get to the free throw line, and he can. I mean, he's good defensively too, so he'll like fill the stat
Mhm.
sheet.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like
mean,
we
my
kind of have
hope.
high expectations for him
Yeah.
now.
My hope is that when LeBron leaves eventually, because it's going to happen at least in the next few years, that he can be that number 2 option to AD. Because AD is also
That'd be
getting up there
sick.
kind of
Yeah.
ish in age. So yeah, I'd love to see that. That's my hope for him.
I just wonder where D'Lo's in the plans. Like, I'm wondering if
Yeah.
they'll like continue to keep him or I don't know. He could.
I mean, he's decent enough. I think we
Yeah.
can keep him. Plus,
As long
he
as he
was
can
drafted
show up on
here.
defense, and that's just the game.
Yeah.
That's really the game he needs to improve. But
Yeah. He's decent enough on offense. He can score. We know that. So yeah.
yeah,
Also, Max Christie needs to get more minutes. He was good.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's just he's developing nice for us as a
Yeah.
shooter. Yeah, just a straight up shooter.
That does remind me of you guys on Twitter. His name is Lake Shoyo on Twitter. He's he's probably the most popular Laker account besides obviously the Lakers themselves on Twitter. And he's like, Max Christie game incoming, career like breakout game incoming, and he's like, don't pay attention to that tweet like after the game. It was kind of funny, but I do think he's got a lot of potential though for sure. I'd
Oh,
love
he
to see him.
does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
hmm
gonna be fun to see.
Like they
Grow.
they finally have a young core. Because remember, in the years of watching this team, we never had a young core. We just had old people on the team. So it's nice to have
Especially
these
a couple
guys.
of years ago, dude. Remember, like
Oh
when it
god.
was just a bunch of geriatric patients, and we did so bad. It was Lakers. I
Yeah.
think only won 20 something, 30 something games that season. It was like
Mhm.
2021.
The
Yeah,
retirement home team last year.
yeah.
Somehow
Yeah.
still made it like pretty decently far, but we didn't we were in the play-in though.
Oh yeah. We lost to the Suns, I think, right? Yeah.
um, no, the Nuggets last year,
I'm not on Nuggets. Yeah, never mind.
and
Yeah.
then the
In the
year
play,
before,
and
I think
the
that
year
was
before that, we lost in the first round.
to the
I was
Suns.
talking to a mutual friend of me and Arvin's, and he was saying like LeBron never lost in the first round because like I personally like LeBron more than Jordan, but like LeBron did lose in the first round a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Like I
he
remember it
did.
very distinctively.
Only for time, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Goat.
What about the Clippers? You think they're going to be potential to knock out the
Oh
Clippers since they got James
man,
Harden now?
if PG and I mean, because like if PG and
Although,
Kawhi stay healthy, yeah.
yep.
Because I don't know if how much they can really do with Russ and Harden.
Russ
Yeah,
just
I mean, it's
complains.
all about health.
He complains a lot. Like he needs to like chill.
Well, Russ with how he plays or like what he wants to be the main option on a team, but
Yeah,
that's not viable for any team to have any sort of extended success. That's just not possible.
Mm-hmm.
I
I mean, he's
agree.
like a
Yeah.
hustle guy now. He's just a good hustle player, and can fill the stat sheet and play good defense. But
So the Lakers were putting him off the bench when we did have him, and it worked
yeah,
kind of well, but it just wasn't good enough. That's why we traded him. We just
yeah. I mean, he's doing really well though for the Clippers. But I don't know. Maybe it's just being with LeBron, just being with such a dominant, like a ball dominant guy. Like it's just I don't. Maybe
he
it just
wants the
didn't fit
ball.
for
It's
him.
like, nah.
Yeah, and LeBron wants the ball, so like, what the hell?
Well, you think he's more ball heavy again? Like, you think Kawhi and PG are ball heavy? Because I haven't seen them play as much until like I saw the Lakers game.
I mean,
I
not.
mean,
Mm,
in a way, they kind of have to be because they're basically the two best players on the team.
yeah.
So I mean,
Usually you want the ball in their hands, like in the clutch, especially. I'd rather
yeah.
have it in Kawhi or PG's hands than Russ. And then Harden in there, I was like, that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how that's gonna work.
I'm
Well,
just waiting
Yeah.
for when he requests a trade out of the Clippers. He's
yeah,
like, I
I
want to
mean
go to the Lakers. Like,
he'll probably like play a little bit for the Clippers and be pretty good, or I mean, be the assist god he can be. Like he'll probably
Mhm.
be taking over more of the possessions than Russ, I guess. We'll see how that works. I
Trying
don't know. It's just interesting.
to make sure James Harden doesn't have his fat suit on.
Yeah, it makes
make sure that dude stays away from
I'm
McDonald's,
partying,
bro.
man. Partying too much.
Yeah.
The dude put on his Elvis suit pretty much.
No, dude.
He
Man, being in
It's
did.
an
LA, I don't know how
anti-Daryl
that's gonna
Morey
work.
suit, dude.
Man.
He literally put on an Elvis suit when he went to Philly. He just after Houston, it just it just kept coming. It just wouldn't stop. Just
Yeah.
kept coming.
I remember it wasn't like the COVID year. It was like 2020 when he was still on the Rockets. I remember just seeing him. He's fucking huge. Pardon my French again, but
Watch
Dude,
it,
what's
Chris.
up with
huh?
Watch it, bud.
I'm too casual right now.
Why?
What really blew my mind recently was seeing the Boston game. Where
Oh
they
yeah,
had,
against the Pacers.
yeah, 155 to like
Oh
like
yeah.
leading by freaking 20 or 30. That was, I mean, because
Yikes, man.
people are saying, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. But like, no, that's a big deal because I haven't seen a game that high in scoring for a very, very long time. But I heard that it was more recent than I thought it would be because last year it was against like I totally forgot what the team it was, but it happened last season, like during the 2020.
Remember the Clippers Kings game? It was like
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
about
it.
to say. It was like
134. That's what
170
you're talking
some
about.
to
It was like
170.
the
Yeah.
second highest scoring game of all time. It was
It's
nuts.
crazy, dude. Yeah. The Boston, they're
Uh,
just a complete
dude,
team, dude. They're just
yeah.
really good. Like Tatum's like
They
MVP level.
never make it. Like they never win at all though. Like I
Yeah,
swear. I
they're
mean,
just
which
one of
I'm
those
okay
good
with.
regular season teams, yeah. I feel like. I mean, they made it to the finals against the Warriors, but I mean, what did they get bounced in
I hated
the
that
first
finals.
or
I had to
second
root for
round?
the Warriors. It was sickening.
Yeah, it was a rough final.
Yep. At least the Warriors won, so
Yeah.
Porzingis been really good for the Celtics. He's
Porzingis,
been
man,
solid.
yeah.
Dingus
Been
Pingus,
really
dude.
good.
Yeah.
Pingus, man.
Porzingis.
That game in the Garden he had was crazy.
Yeah.
Against this revenge game, bro. Yeah,
Oh,
he
against the
looks.
Knicks, yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. I mean, he fits
Just
really well, so
remember the Knicks were booing him when they drafted him. Now they regret it.
yeah. Karma, karma to Knicks fans.
Poor Knicks fans, man. They
Yeah,
just they've been through it.
nah, I
They
don't know
can't
what's
catch a
going. I
break.
mean,
I don't know, man. Memphis is starting to go through it now because they're 0-5 right now.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
There's
true.
no Steven Adams,
No.
dude, and no Jaw.
Steven A-
He
Yeah,
can't fucking. Sorry, but pardon my French. He can't freaking just stop getting himself in trouble. We've talked about it several times on this show
I think we
about how
have. Yeah,
bad Jaw is. Yeah, but I can't reiterate enough. He's just so stupid with the decision making, like with his
yeah, it's
outside
just
off the court and
tragic.
stuff. Like,
But he says he's fine in the West, but I guess he's not.
guess
Well,
not.
Steve ain't, that's for
He got
sure.
cooked by the Lakers, and that was such a funny series, dude. I swear that was so
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah, that was
Dylan
a
Brooks
great
looked
series.
there.
I'd be cleaning and stuff at work, and then I'd just have the game on, and I'd be like, yeah, whenever something crazy would happen. But that crazy overtime performance they had in one of the games, and the Lakers ended up
Oh
winning. Oh my god!
yeah. Mhm.
Like LeBron had like 20 rebounds that game. It was nuts.
So wait, how many games is he out again?
20?
20 games.
20?
Is it 20?
I'm like almost certain it's like 20. We'll have to look it up, but yeah.
20,
Looking
I don't
wait,
know.
20, what?
That's 25.
25.
25.
Yeah, it's no. I mean, I don't know for all the how big of a deal that Adam Silver is making. He's like, I won't reveal until the end of the finals, so no one's distracted from the finals. And then you're like, oh, 20 games. Like, oh, dude, come on. That's not like I was expecting like a 3-year suspension for some hype like that, dude.
Yeah, the
That's
blue
what he did
ball.
was what he did was so dumb. Like that was one of the dumbest things I've seen in my life.
I know, like just playing around with firearms and just trying to act like you're a gangster, but like, dude, you do not grow up in the hood. Like, I'm sorry, no,
It's like you're making all this money just to throw it away.
yeah, it's crazy. Like there are people that are actually in the hood that would kill to do what Jaw does, just play basketball professionally, make millions of dollars a year. Like, come on. That just makes it sad. I don't know.
Well, a couple things before we transition. I do want to give a shout out to DeMar DeRozan for passing up Larry Bird on the all-time scoring list. Congrats to
Oh
him.
yeah, I saw about that. He's kind of no one really talks about him like in the grand scheme of basketball, but DeMar has a place. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but
Yeah,
maybe. But like he's really good.
I feel like he's in terms of his game, like he's like most similar to like MJ in terms of his game. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like he
Mhm.
just like he has that mid range, dude. Yeah, that mid range game is just like it's just probably one of the best in the game. Like I don't know about nowadays, but like in his prime though, like DeRozan was crazy with that mid range, and then like his slashing ability too. His game does like remind me of MJ though, in a way. I guess that's why I bring that up.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's
I
getting to
can see where
his
you're coming from.
he's getting to the senior years of his career, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, he's getting up there, man. We'll see what the Bulls are doing. Like, I don't know. They just have like a lot of guys that are older, kind
A
of.
whole lot
I
of
mean,
mid. Bulls are just
yeah,
mid.
and
Like
they're just they have a couple stars and all, but like, no, they don't have that like superstar guy to kind of take it over the top. So, kind of sad, man. Want to see the Bulls be good again.
I
It's
mean,
always a good market to have.
let's see. DeRozan is in his 14th season, and he played well. He played well against the Mavericks. He was 5 for 13, 7 assists. Um, Still for his age, that's pretty awesome. And then the Mavericks too. They're surprisingly doing very well. I thought they were not gonna be as
Hey,
high
it's
as
all Luca. It's all Luca. Luca's just insane, bro.
he's the team.
well.
He's the team.
Probably MVP front runner right now. If it's not Jokic or
Mhm.
Well, you have
Jokic just
you have
you
Grant
know,
too. Grant Williams.
Grant Williams, right? No, no.
Grant Williams.
He had a solid game, I think, in the last game, like 25
What are
points.
Uh
the
huh. 7 for 10. Um. 6
Or I think he
rebounds.
made 7 threes, I think.
Yeah, he made 7 out of 9 threes.
Yeah, full went off.
oh my god.
Cooking.
Shooting 70%. That's really good. I mean, he's
I don't know
doing
if
just
you
as well as he
expect
was
that
at
from him,
Boston.
though, so. Yeah, I think he had a couple runs in the playoffs, right? Like where he like kind of showed up. But I mean, he's kind of an up and down player, but
You guys have any early picks for MVP?
no.
MVP.
I'm just gonna say Jokic just because like
Jokic,
Well, Wemby, no?
Doncic.
Wemby?
Wemby.
No,
no.
I mean the Spurs have to be a good
Rookie of the
team,
year?
really.
Rookie of the
Oh,
year, yeah.
Definitely.
more than likely, yeah.
Wemby
He's
definitely
been
rookie
if
of the
he's
year front runner.
barring any injury, yeah, for sure.
Also, Brandon Miller's been good for the Hornets. He's been
Yeah,
solid.
true. Brandon
Scoot
Miller.
Henderson's been not that good though. He's
Dude,
been kind of
yeah, he's
like
been disappointing. Yeah, the Blazers, I mean, oof. The
They're
post Dame era
rebuilding.
has begun. And
I
Dame
mean, I
has
Damian
think
been pretty
Lillard.
Scoot
good
will
on
be
the
good
post Dame.
eventually. Just like they just got to give him time.
True.
I mean, Damian Lillard and Giannis, they're dangerous. They're very good. That duo is
Yep,
insane.
just like we
Yeah,
expected, to
dude,
be honest.
they're disgusting. I mean, it's good because like none of them really have like two big egos, so they work together well. They just want to win. So good on them.
Yeah. They did just recently lose to the Raptors,
They
but
did.
yeah. Scotty Barnes has been like crazy for the Raptors, low
Yeah,
key.
Scotty Barnes is good too.
Yeah. That's kind of
Scotty
cool for
Barnes
the
is a funny dude.
Raptors. Maybe
He's kind of
he'll
a funny
make
dude.
an ascension now and be the leader of that team or something. Because they need somebody. Like
They're kind of having an
Kawhi
identity issue.
just
Yeah.
ditched them, Like ever since then they were kind of like a limbo. Like what the hell do we do? Like we had like all these like good solid pieces on the team without like a superstar, which was Kawhi, and
Was it
yeah, I mean they got
wasn't
Scotty now, so
wasn't Kyle Lowry on that team too at the
yeah,
time?
he was. Like they had him for a little bit, and
Yeah.
then now he went to the Heat. So and he's been like Kyle Lowry's been all right. I mean, it's kind of just getting old now. So
Yeah, I haven't heard them be that
Yeah.
good since before Kawhi it was the DeRozan and Lowry team.
yeah, that's too bad.
That's what I think of the
DeRozan
Raptors.
never got a ring.
Carter. So
Jacob, what's going on in the world of hockey? How was the game, by the way? Since we haven't talked about it in a while.
I went to the season opener of the Kings game.
Fun.
Fun.
We played
Who did they play again?
the Avalanche, Colorado Avalanche. Yeah, we lost.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
think it was an L. Yeah, I mean they're a good team, but
yeah, Avalanche is a really good team. They're a playoff team, but honestly, right now, current present day Kings, we're kicking ass. Excuse
yeah,
my
they're doing
French.
good. They beat the
Um,
two Canada teams recently, the Maple Leafs and the
yeah,
Senators.
we're doing
Senators are
really good.
crap, but
Yeah,
Toronto,
but
that's an impressive win. Not
Toronto's
gonna lie.
impressive. Yeah, but
They're a good team.
yeah, we're winning a lot more on the road, and yeah, it's good. Going good so far.
We're undefeated on the road, are we? I'm pretty sure we
No, I
are.
think we lost one on the road. To the
Well, we have a good road record. I know that.
yeah, we do. But
5-0.
yeah, 5-0. What's his name's playing really good.
What's his name?
Dubois, Pierre-Luc Dubois. He's got I think he's got like 4 goals in the past 4 games.
is there anyone on the Kings you think could possibly like win MVP or whatever?
There's not really many. We don't really have like a superstar on the Kings.
No, there's definitely
That's not really a possibility.
Like our best player, like overall, is probably still Kobe. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Like
or
he's
Drew
always
Daddy. Yeah,
good, but like he's never been like an MVP kind of player. He's just like good, like a
he's just
two-way.
consistent.
He's just
Yeah,
a good two-way player. Like he's good on the face-off. He's good at defense. He's like good. He won the
he's just a
Selke a couple
consistent player.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he's not really. So he's not like MVP caliber.
he's not
I'd
like a
say.
superstar per
Yeah,
se,
like an Austin Matthews or like
or
a
McDavid or Drysdale or
David.
like
Right? Yeah,
Crosby.
that's true.
Was there anybody that's actually standing out that's playing now for the season so far?
Like
It's
on
like
the Kings, or
like any team.
Like yeah, any team or like any rookies that are really standing out that are just starting for this year.
Connor Bedard hasn't really been. He's kind of still getting.
yeah, the
Still getting
Hawks
his
are
feet wet.
3-6. He has
Um,
6 points, 4 goals, 2 assists so far. Yeah, I mean he's their best player too.
yeah, he's good, but
I mean the Blackhawks are still rebuilding, so and he's still young, so
he's still learning. But Oilers have been absolutely sucking.
that's
Uh,
kind of interesting To be fair,
Some weird's going on in Edmonton. They've been absolutely awful. They've like won one game or 2 games.
I mean, compared to
I don't
San
know.
Jose, San Jose hasn't won any games. They're 0
Yeah,
9.
that's kind of sad.
Yeah,
Man,
San
they're in a
Jose.
deep rebuild.
They're in a ditch.
Yeah, they got Tomas Hurdle, and like that's really it.
Poor guys.
That's so sad, dude.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go through that ditch in order to find yourselves and rebuild and get yourself to a higher point.
Yeah. Adrian Kempe has been training pretty good. Arthur Kaliev. I don't know. We have heart. I like it.
Yeah, we're starting to really get a good like team going. Like, got a lot of contributors.
Yeah, we're kind of like the Diamondbacks of the NHL, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they got off to a hot start too, right?
Yep.
In the regular season.
Yep.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
But
So,
yeah,
Say it.
hockey.
so far I've seen is the Vegas Golden Knights and the Boston
Fuck
Bruins
that.
are undefeated right now.
Yeah, those are just two teams that are always good because they have. Boston has Pasternak. He's always like a MVP candidate for their
Marchand,
team. Marchand, yeah.
Olmark.
Yeah, Linus Olmark's good. And then Vegas, man. I don't know. They're just always good, man. It's kind of you got Eichel now. Like William Karlsson's always good. Marsha Show. Like they have like a solid team like now. Ever since they came in the league, man, they've been good. So I don't know what to say.
Money.
They got Vegas money.
Yep.
I wonder if that'll be the same when because it's pretty much inevitable that Vegas is going to get a basketball team. I wonder if that'll happen then.
Yeah, they're just gonna become a big market now. I mean, it makes sense.
I think San Diego needs a hockey team. That'd be cool. I don't think
Yeah.
that's ever gonna happen,
Well,
but
they've always been losing teams recently. And the Padres will leave soon.
is that your Dodgers PTSD coming out?
I mean,
Big upsets. I heard big upsets in the college football world. You know what
Oh
you guys
yeah.
thinking about that?
I mean, the biggest one I want to talk about was Kansas beating Oklahoma. That was crazy, man. 'Cause Kansas has, especially the last few years, just they haven't had the best football program. They're more known obviously for their basketball program, but Oklahoma was undefeated until Kansas beat them 38-33. It's impressive. I mean,
What's
good on
Kansas's
them.
ranking then?
They're unranked, but they're
Really?
6-2, 3 and they're 3 and they're or these two losses come from in conference in the Big 12. So, but yeah.
There was
And
one.
then I'm trying to look at the other one.
Also, Georgia Tech beat North Carolina. Did you hear about that one?
Oh wow, I'm looking at that one. Yeah. Um, any other big one? UCLA beat Colorado. I don't know if that's really much of an upset, but
I don't know if you heard
a couple guys.
at the end at the end of the UCLA game, I think like some of the Colorado jewelry got stolen at the Rose Bowl. If you heard,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was crazy.
I heard about that, and then Coach Prime is he's trying to get the NCAA and people from the Rose Bowl to actually start pay for those athletes that actually had their jewelry stolen.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Only in LA, guys. Only in LA.
I don't know. Expect that in Pasadena though. Pasadena is not a bad area.
No, but it's as they say, it's Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's what they get for being from Colorado.
You always seep into anywhere, even Pasadena.
Yeah, true. One thing I do want to talk about also is James Madison University. They're undefeated and they're just barely ranked. There are people that think they should be ranked higher.
What's their like? Who's in their division or something?
The conference is the Sun Belt.
Sun Belt.
So
Okay.
they were kind of a smaller conference, sure, but I mean they got some dogs in the Sun Belt. Isn't Florida? No, what's the? I think is it Florida Atlantic that's in there. There's another one that's like in there. That's pretty good. I'm trying to think.
They sound like the men's NCAA basketball team kind of name because
James
they're
Madison?
not known because it's like when you have
Yeah,
a team that you never hear about going to doing so well, you're like, who are these people?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. My hope is that I think this is the last year with the 14 playoff. I think that the 12 team playoff will be way better because teams like this could possibly sneak in the playoffs and make some big noise, maybe disrupt some kind of crazy stuff, you know. So I mean, not that I'm saying they can even be ranked that high. I mean, they could very well just lose the rest of the season, but you never know. You know, they could get up to something like 12, and then at least next year, a team like that can make it to the
I mean,
playoffs.
there's only two schools off their schedule that are recognizable. Like you got UConn, and then you have Virginia, who's also a big can be a
I
big.
have heard of Old Dominion because there's only one dude in the NFL. His name is Taylor Heineke. He's on the Old Dominion. He's from Old Dominion. He went there, so that's about it. That's
But what's your guys' opinion about Georgia being number 2 now on the college football playoff ranking? Because Ohio State's number 1 now.
I think Ohio State has struggled a bit more than Georgia. I think Georgia should definitely be number 1. Even though I'm not the biggest Georgia fan.
Because like I see on the AP top 25, Georgia's number 1, and then Michigan's number 2. But it's crazy on the playoff ranking that Georgia's number 2, and then Michigan's number 3, and then Ohio State's number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan's gonna be in a world of craziness because the cheating scandal that's going on over there. So, but also
Oh,
like
yeah.
I don't get that's something I never understood about college football. How could the playoff rankings and the top 25 be? I think they should be the same list, right? Like, am I the only one thinking that?
It's
No,
weird.
I agree with that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a little
because that
weird.
makes it so confusing. Why is it different? If it's different, then like why can you can like stuffing that shit that's ranked higher can be like ranked differently. I just don't think that makes sense. But I mean, it's whatever.
What about the USC games? That was I guess,
Oh, they barely won against Cal. Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
50
I
to
remember that one.
49.
That
Dude,
defense.
I mean, their defense is terrible. The USC's defense is terrible. Their offense is good, and Caleb Williams is good, but man, they can't defend for the life. Like I mean, I think they're already out of playoff contention if I'm not wrong, right? USC.
How many? I think they.
maybe.
How many games have they lost? I think. No, they're ranked.
They've
Just,
lost. They're ranked, but
lost.
they're
They lost 2, I think.
yeah.
They
think
lost
so.
2. Yeah.
I mean, they're number 20 from what I saw, and then UCLA's number 19 now, which is crazy.
That's
UCLA's
insane.
looking good.
Dude, yeah. I mean, UCLA's not even really known for their football. That's kind of nuts. I
I'm
mean,
known for the
they were
basketball.
kind of back. They were kind of back in the day, if I remember. US. I mean, not. I don't know if I was around, but
No, not too long ago they were known to be really good for at least a couple years. They were kicking
I
USC's
remember.
butt after
I remember. Yeah,
Matt Barkley after he went to play for the NFL, I think.
yeah.
That's when
Man,
UCLA started
Matt
coming in.
Barkley's story is kind of sad. I know it's unrelated, but Matt Barkley's story is he was basically convinced to stay an extra year. He would have been a top draft pick if he had been drafted like the year prior, and then he ended up being. Now he's just on He's on practice squad to practice squad. He's on the Giants practice squad now. So poor guy.
And then there was one game I saw scheduled for Oregon and Georgia. I'm not sure. I forgot which game that was. I saw it on the ESPN thing on the app, but
Might be a later week because I'm looking at next week. Georgia plays Mizzou. Next week, I'm looking at Oklahoma State. That might be a pretty good game.
That'll be a fun one. Yeah.
I mean, Georgia Mizzou could be fun because it's 12-2 ranked, and then Army Air Force.
The USC's got to play Washington.
that's
Kansas State versus Texas.
that's gonna be a walk into a
Ooh,
slaughterhouse.
LSU Alabama.
Yep.
That might be pretty good. I think Alabama's gonna clap LSU. LSU's been kind of mid.
And we got Colorado, Oregon State. That'll be another good one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Oregon State could win that one. Colorado hasn't really been all that good. They're 1-4 in the Pac-12.
Coach Prime ain't doing it.
I mean, it just got to give it time. Like they're not going to
Yeah.
be. It's the first year coaching. When he was at, I think he coached at Jackson State a couple, like 2 years before they were like 12-0. So
What about in the professional world, guys? What's going on over there?
ooh, I mean, what should we talk about first? I'm trying to think. Like, if we want to talk about the trade deadline, I was kind of underwhelmed by it. I thought bigger, more star players would be traded. I mean, there's some pretty interesting ones like Chase Young to the 49ers, which is insane because that 49ers defensive line is already so stacked, and it had a young, hopeful talent in Chase Young who, when he's healthy, is pretty good. You know, it's just going to make it even better having him alongside Nick Bosa, and then you got, uh, you know, Greenlaw and Eric Armstead and all those guys. It's going to be dangerous, and then obviously another Montez Sweat to the Washington. I mean, to the Bears from Washington.
That was a good pickup by the Bears.
Yeah, they needed a guy on defense like that because they gave up Robert Quinn, who, let's be real, he would not have done anything. He had that one kind of fluke year, because he's older. He had like 17 sacks or something like that. It was a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's good for them, But I don't know how much this really helped the 49ers because, like, as good as he kind of has, Brock Purdy's kind of struggling right now. So they've lost 3 in a row. So
Yeah, and they're giving up more draft capital. I feel like, sure, it's a good move if they think they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
if they win the Super Bowl this year, it'll be all worth it. If not, they're screwed basically because they got to start paying people. They got to start paying people big bucks.
Because then they have to restructure Bosa's contract, Ayuk, McCaffrey, Debo.
Yeah.
Just to pay them, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're lucky at least that even though Brock Purdy hasn't been the best, like, he's their best option at quarterback, and they don't have to pay him a ton of money. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think they will. Who knows? But other stuff with the trade deadline. I mean, of course, I'm biased. I really liked Russell Douglas to the Bills because they needed a corner, and they got a pretty good one. He's really decent. He's not like I was hoping the Bills would have traded for someone like Jalen Johnson or Pat Surtain. Would have been a great pickup, but ambitious. That's typically trade deadlines are never ever that crazy. They can be, but it's not always that way, and it's kind of weird. You really shouldn't be expecting it, but they like to hype it up every year, so
yep,
as well. Yeah, but I mean, let me look at a list of like the matchups going on this week for the NFL. And let me look at who I think I mean, we could also talk about Thursday Night Football tonight, and it's kind of a stinker.
That was a stinker. Honestly,
Yeah.
but Will Levis, like, he didn't have like a great game, but he was okay. Like,
I mean, the Steelers have a tough defense. They have a tough. That's basically the Steelers' defense is the reason why they've been winning as many games as they have, and like why they're like 5-3 right now. It's their defense is really good because at least their bad offensive coordinator makes up for their great elite defensive coach. So
yeah.
Good on them. I think they could possibly squeak the playoffs. I mean, I think they'll for sure go over 500 just because Mike Tomlin can never go under 500. They haven't been under 500 since 2003. So
Matt Canada he doesn't use Pickens.
I know. Oh my gosh, as a Pickens game, Pickens owner in fantasy, it hurts.
I have been a league.
You have another league.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, it's like the thing is like when Pickens is used, he's good. So it's like use him. Like you create plays around him succeeding. I don't understand this guy Matt Canada and how he runs an offense. Like he will run on 3rd and 8, he'll run a halfback draw or something like that. Like it's nuts. You should not be running the ball on 3rd and 8. You should be throwing it to your 2 great receivers in Deontay Johnson and George Pickens. I don't get it.
But Max,
but they won the game.
True.
Max, I do want to ask you real quick about the trading thing. So, I heard something about your Bills. You guys got Rasul Douglas. Do you think that's a good acquisition?
Yeah, I mentioned a little earlier, but yeah, I think it's because with Tre'Davious White having a season-ending injury and all the injuries on defense, it's good to have. He's not the best corner on the Packers. He's He's this quarterback too. But Jair obviously being the number one guy, I think he's a great option. I think he'll do really well, especially under a defensive minded coach like Sean McDermott. I think he'll be fine. He'll be a really solid corner. So I personally thought it was a great pickup, but and it was definitely necessary. It's better than them doing nothing for sure. So many teams like the Cowboys didn't do anything. Teams that really needed to do something didn't. So also not unrelated to the trade, but still for the Bills, they also acquired Leonard Fournette in free agency, which I'm not expecting to be like this bell cow back, but it's good for depth because of Damian Harris kind of being out. We'll see how that works out. I don't know how well they utilize him because Ken Dorsey is, he's on my list for offensive coordinators. Him and Matt Canada, they need to get fired, but Matt Canada more so, just because like their defenses have just been uncreative, and especially with the Bills when they have such star players on offense like Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, it's kind of it's annoying to look at, even if you're not a Bills fan. I'm assuming so, at least. Obviously, you're probably a Patriots fan or a Dolphins fan or Jets fan. It's very funny, but everyone else, I don't know.
But speaking of shocking, being fired, by the way, Josh McDaniels for Raiders fans. What's
That's crazy.
they had a whole thing about people like getting let
Should have
go
never
about
fired
that.
him.
That what's your guys' thoughts about that?
Should have never hired. Like the thing is, the Patriots, they've historically been a very good team. Bill Belichick's a great coach. Never hire anyone from his coaching tree. It never ends up well. It always
Same
ends up.
thing.
They are better just working under Bill Belichick. As like if Josh McDaniels is the offensive coordinator, I bet the Patriots would be doing better now. Like he should have never just left the New England and coached. It's a bad idea.
I mean, yeah, we've seen it. He went to Denver and he did bad. So it's like Josh McDaniels. He's had 2 head coaching jobs and it has not gone his way.
Yeah, they should have just stuck with Rich Bisaccia, dude. He took them to the playoffs with a worse team than McDaniel's first year. And this is when Hunter Renfrow was their wide receiver one because Henry Ruggs had the thing where he killed that lady.
Yeah.
Dog. Yeah, and then so like when Hunter Renfrow as your number one guy, and then now when you imagine do you get Devontae Adams as that with that kind of coaching, like they would have made the playoffs. They would have probably gone like 12-5 or something like that and made the playoffs and possibly won a playoff game at the very least. Like,
Yeah, and also letting go Derek Carr, that was a big mistake. That was 100%.
yeah, dude, they basically chose Josh McDaniels over Derek Carr, and they're basically the Raiders have not been making good decisions because they did nothing at the trade deadline, not even trading their star players, and then they fire like their GM and Josh McDaniels. And I think they even fired their offensive coordinator too. They fired all these people, didn't trade away Devontae Adams or Josh Jacobs, which would have gotten them a ton of draft capital to potentially for the future, rebuild the team as fast as possible. Because they're just starting Aiden O'Connell at quarterback, which I think is fine, and he could be good, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like they're wasting an opportunity for sure to just try to rebuild as fast as possible. I don't know. Mark Davis is a terrible owner. He's so bad.
There was one
thing I wanted to see because I'm looking at the schedule here about this next week. So obviously we had Thursday Night Football, Dolphins Chiefs. What do you think? What do you think about the other one? I think that's going to be a great game.
It's gonna be a good game. I don't know if we'll get up at 6:30 for that one, but I might.
Oh, I don't have anyone playing in fantasy, and I just want the Chiefs to win because Chiefs win, and then the Bills beat the Bengals.
All right, I guess you want the Taylor Swifty group to win.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say me and Arvin, we do not like the Dolphins at all. We hate them.
I don't. Yeah. I think the Dolphins are. I don't know about the Dolphins. It's they're doing well, but they don't have Tua doesn't have the playoff experience, so it's it'll be tough on
them. Yeah, indeed. At least even the Patriots have in recent times made. I mean, yeah, because he didn't even play in the playoffs last year. He was hurt.
No, he didn't.
Skylar Thompson was playing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Totally forgot about that. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Mahomes played really bad last game, so I'm thinking he's going to be hungry for the win. Yeah,
against Denver, bro. 24-9.
They scored 9. That's disgusting.
They let Russ.
Yeah, they let Andy Reid let Russ cook, dude. I swear. Like
It's good to see
damn.
Russ cook.
Yeah, I like Russ.
Yeah,
He's a little overhated. I like Russ. I don't care what anyone says. I like
Let
Russ.
him
He's a good guy.
cook. Let him
You're stuck
cook.
on the
Let
Broncos
Russ
now.
cook, dude. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at a next game. So for the early slate, you got Vikings Falcons. That is going to be interesting because first
with
Desmond Ritter got benched and Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles.
Oh,
So
yeah, so it's gonna be what's the BYU quarterback's name?
Jaron
Aaron
Hall.
Rodney, Aaron
Garrett Hall. Yes, Garrett
Jaron
Hall.
Hall. I thought you were talking
Let's
about
see what
Zach
he.
Wilson. I'm like,
No, Garrett
I
Hall. Let's see
think,
what he can.
yeah, I think Jaron Hall will actually put up some decent numbers once Justin Jefferson gets back. But I mean, Jordan Addison's been really good, so you never know. But I think Kirk Cousins was kind of like the reason why, because Kirk Cousins was playing at like an MVP level. It was just crazy,
Yeah,
dude. It's
I
insane.
think
I really feel for Kirk Cousins. He's probably not going to be on the Vikings next year. He's just last year as a Viking.
probably, and I think Heineke for the Falcons. I think he can do a nice job.
He just knows how to win stuff, dude. Like he's really
does.
he's a good motivator. Like he's not the greatest quarterback, but he's a good presence to have on the team.
Let's see who we got next. Oh, Seahawks Ravens. That's gonna be a great one. I'm excited for that
Yeah,
one.
The
dude.
Battle of the Birds.
I think the Ravens are
Yeah,
probably going to win that one.
yeah, they should.
They're playing like one of the best teams in the, if not the most complete team in the league right now. Because
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson, I mean, you know, have the greatest receiving help, but you got Lamar, and Lamar is a great playmaker, and then their defense is just playing so good. So,
and then we got Cowboys Eagles. That's gonna be another great division game.
Woo! Battle of the
ooh,
fan
it's gonna
bases.
be
Fan
spicy,
fan
spicy.
bases.
that's oh my gosh.
and
We got
I
some
get
stinkers though, like Giants Raiders. Yeah.
uh,
Oh
Oh my
god,
god.
that's gonna be
Yuck.
That's the battle of the fan bases for this week.
yeah.
Seriously.
yeah. We got the DeMar Hamlin Bowl with the Bills Bengals on Sunday Night Football.
hmm
And
DeMar
I think
Hamlin Bowl.
he's playing. I'm almost certain he's playing on Sunday night too.
Well,
That one, oh man, dude, I want the Bills to win that one, but dude, like, if the Bills have to pretty much how they play the Dolphins, they gotta play like this game, they can win. They can win if they play like that, but if not, they're done.
yeah,
Like,
Joe Burrow's looking healthy though right now. I think
he's looking good.
that bye week
Yeah,
helped him out.
I mean, Josh Allen had a good game against the Bucks. The whole reason why they almost lost was all on the defense. That was all on the Bills' defense, which is
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Sean McDermott. That's Sean McDermott's fault. So, I mean, some of the other matchups look pretty good. Okay, like Buccaneers Texans could be pretty good. Like, it doesn't seem like it on the surface, but
Mhm.
Texans are. I mean, they lost to the Panthers last week, unfortunately, but CJ Stroud's still pretty good. Who knows? You know, they're gonna want to. The Buccaneers are going to want to come back from that almost win against the Bills. So, yeah, it could be interesting.
Then we got Patriots Commanders. If the Patriots just get to 4-6 and at the bye week, I'll be happy with that. Then we just have 2 more games to get to 500.
I don't know.
I'll be
I think the real kind of issue with this game is first of all the number one receiver Kendrick Bourne is hurt. He tore his ACL, but
yeah.
also like it's if the Patriots defense can play well, they can win this game.
And we're gonna see more of Demario Douglas. I hope we see more of Keishon Booty. I like him.
Boutte, yeah, Boutte. I
Mhm.
mean, I just think the Patriots what they need to start doing is at least next year if they really want to actually contend and really develop Mac Jones, they got to get a number one receiver, like a true
Yeah,
number
but
one, like elite receiver.
no, but for now we should just run with the rookies. Like honestly, see what
100%.
they can do. Dude,
You got to
like
think if
even
the Patriots get a high enough draft pick, they 100% should draft Marvin Harrison Jr. If they get
I
a high enough
hope.
draft pick. Yeah, because if they
Yeah,
have Marvin Harrison Jr., that offense changes completely. Mac Jones can actually develop as a passer and like
if
become
some
decent.
yeah if somehow they turn their season around, then that would be great.
We'll see, dude. Like it's a tough division. You got to remember that too. But you never
That is
know. You know, it's football. Stuff
division.
happens. Like injuries can happen.
They're what? They're two and no, are they two and
Two and
one?
six. They're 2-6.
No, I think in the division. I think they're like two and one. Yeah, they
No,
are.
in the
They're two
division,
and
their division division, they're 1-3. No, they're 2. No, they're not 1-3. They are 2 and. You're right. They're 2-1.
They're 2-1. Yeah.
No, they're 2-2 because they lost twice to the Dolphins. They beat the Bills and they beat the Jets. So yeah.
What about Zach
Let's see.
Wilson?
I mean, Zach Wilson. Well, they're playing the Chargers. He could have a decent game. Chargers defense isn't very good, but at the same time, they're playing against Justin Herbert, and as good as the Jets defense is, like, I mean, to be fair, the Jets have done pretty good against good quarterbacks, so you never know. But I don't know. I think with the type of quarterback Justin Herbert is, he's very patient, very kind of like he can play very carefully. I think he could definitely outsmart the defense for sure. And then Zach Wilson, I don't know. He's kind of a mixed bag. Sometimes he does okay. Sometimes he does really bad. Sometimes he does pretty good. Who knows? We'll have to see. I mean, it's on Monday Night Football. Hopefully the brights aren't too light. So.
Yeah.
The lights aren't too bright. Nice.
Keep that in.
I always love that. I love ever since I don't know who said the lights too bright. That's such a perfect term for anyone that just chokes like in a game. It's so funny. The lights are too bright. Who said that? It was embarrassing. It was the playoffs last year in the NBA, I think. So.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is when Luca was like, "Everybody acting tough on the up."
Yeah.
That's the only one I could think about.
Oh my god, Luca's a funny guy.
Oh my god.
Luca's got some goat in him, bro.
I do want to.
Yeah, I mean. Oh, sorry,
Go
you're saying?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say like kind of an early. I don't know if you guys have any early MVP candidates for the NFL.
NFL. God.
I'm
Honestly,
trying.
throw Lamar Jackson in there. Throw him in
Lamar
there.
Jackson might be the number one guy for me because people are like, "Oh, it's Tyreek Hill or Christian McCaffrey." You got to think realistically. A quarterback is winning it this year because a quarterback's value is so much higher to a team than a receiver or running back. So, I mean, I don't know. I think
Quarterback
Lamar.
award.
I still think Josh Allen still has a good shot because he has been playing good. It's the rest of his team has kind of been failing him. So, I mean, that's kind of a biased take, of course, but I still think Lamar is number one. I don't think Tua should be even in the combo. I don't know why he is. Tua's kind of he's carried. He's a yak merchant. He's carried by his team. Like he has like the speedsters with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Like I don't know. And then Tua being a top 5 quarterback irks me for sure. A lot of people are saying it.
For me, I would say I don't know. I'm still trying to catch up in the football world. Probably, I would say probably Jalen Hurts because he's
That's actually a pretty good one. I think Jalen Hurts. I think he's only had one kind of bad game. It was against the Jets. But Jets can really just destroy a good quarterback. Like the Chiefs, they almost beat the Chiefs. They beat the Bills. They beat the Eagles. Like the defensively, they can do really well. So.
And then Detroit's quarterback that they got from the Rams.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's an MVP candidate, but he's been really solid. But I like to more credit the Lions' offensive success more so to Ben Johnson he's a really good offensive coordinator. But Jared Goff has been playing in that system super well. So you never know. He could be. I think he could get an MVP vote or two, but I don't know if he'll reach like top 5 in contention. Who knows? But
not more than Jalen Hurts.
Oh, Jalen Hurts is more likely to win. Jalen Hurts actually could win it for sure if he continues to play like it because he's. Earlier in the season, the passing game wasn't really all that good, but he's improved a lot more as the season went on. He's thrown, I think, for more yards this year than like at this time last year. Like, if that makes any sense. He's like in 9 weeks. Last year he definitely threw for less, so he's more efficient with the ball. So,
any underdogs that that you're rooting for, hopefully that win?
I want to see the Houston
or teams like just in general.
Probably both. Like any teams, any specific teams, or any. Well, mostly the MVP candidates. Anybody that are underdogs that you want to win.
Oh, I talk about like a sleeper pick or like a shadow pick or whatever you want to call it.
Anything at this point. I'm still.
I'm trying to think.
What about CJ Stroud, Houston Texans?
Not for MVP, but the Texans
Not for,
themselves are a team I like.
not for MVP, but
Yeah, dude, the Texans are fun to watch. They're a nice young team. Stroud's looking like the best quarterback in the draft class for sure. And I think it would be Richardson if Richardson didn't get hurt, but
yeah.
yeah,
That was,
he's out for the
it's,
season, unfortunately.
Richardson he just ran way too much. Like he's a good QB. He just put his
I
body on
mean,
the line.
he's just so raw that like his best ability is his athletic ability. So once he gets better at throwing and like accurate with the ball, they can use his running a little more sparingly, kind of like how Lamar. I mean, Lamar uses it a lot, but he can also pass. He can sling it. So Josh Allen can sling it. He likes to run. Jalen Hurts can run it, but he can throw pretty well too. So
That's true.
I'm just trying to think underdog like the only kind of sleeper pick I can pick for MVP is like I know I even criticized how it's not realistic to think it's a non-quarterback, but Tyreek Hill is probably the best non-quarterback in the league easily.
No, also AJ Brown. That could be another good.
AJ Brown, yeah, dude, he's been popping off. He's had like the
Great.
record for most games over 125 yards or something like that. He's cooking, dude.
Got him on my fantasy team, so happy on that one.
Yeah, I wanted to take him, dude, and you had the pick before me, so I'm just like,
Yeah,
damn it.
I took him like, yeah.
Stagnant for me, dude. Damn it. But whatever. But yeah, I gotta think. I don't know. I can't really think of any like sleeper picks. I mean, I guess Burrow is kind of a sleeper pick. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's bounced back.
In a way, he's kind of only because of his slow start to the season. So.
Lastly, a couple more things. I do want to touch up on a new subject, since I know that. Shit, when do we do that one? Lastly, there are two more subjects I do want to talk about. So I want to touch on a new one since Arvin, you know more about the soccer league. Anything interesting going on over there?
Oh, let's see. Well, in the Carabao Cup, Manchester United they lost. They lost.
Yeah,
And
dude.
Arsenal,
The quarterfinals are coming up for that too. Chelsea won, which I'm so happy about. So.
and also Arsenal lost. Crazy. Two top teams got knocked out. Nuts.
Who did
And
they play? Who did Arsenal and
Arsenal
Manchester United
played.
play?
Arsenal played West Ham, and then Manchester United played Newcastle.
Oh damn, dude. Yeah, West Ham. They had a good start to the season, but they've kind of been like slacking. I'm talking about just the Premier League. I know you were talking about Carabao Cup. But
The Premier League, Carabao Cup, same thing. But Holland's amazing. Like
Holland's
he is
a dog, dude.
he's a machine. He's great.
Yeah, dude. Holland. He's gonna have one of those historic seasons again. Obviously, barring any injury, but if he stays healthy, he will have one of those like historic 30+ goal season.
And I'm very surprised by Tottenham. They've been really doing well with Harry Kane gone.
With no Harry Kane and all the other guys like Son just stepping up, Son's been really good.
And also Hugo Lloris is out as well. He's done
shocking.
too.
I have this Uber driver I usually get, and his name is Terry. He's a British guy. We always talk. He was saying that like you never know. Let's see when like 20 games have been played. Let's see what Tottenham's at. If they're like near the top still, like they have a chance to win it all, at least the whole league. So.
Yeah, and also Barca played Madrid. That was a rough loss for Barca. That was terrible.
Yeah, dude. I don't like.
I
don't like Real Madrid. They act like they're like the bee's knees, and then they'll like cry about stuff when they lose. Like they're and I'm not even talking about the fans. I'm talking about the actual team themselves.
No, yeah. No, especially Vinicius. Like even though it was really bad, like they were saying racist stuff to him, Vinicius just cries way too much when he's on the field. Like if he'll get tapped, he'll take a dive. I'm like, just play the game, all right?
I know, right? Like, I don't know. I know the reason why a lot of people in soccer flop is basically because there's not a lot of rest time. So, because it's like 2 halves rather than 4 quarters, and like no timeouts or anything. So like dead balls aren't as common. So basically they do that also to help their team, but also it's like they flop to get yellow cards and potentially a penalty. So I mean,
Yeah, and
yeah, it
also
is kind of annoying. So sorry.
yeah, no, you're good. And the Champions League's coming up to Champions League's coming back this week. I hope Barca tops their group.
Is it back to group stage or you said group? So never mind. Yeah, I
It's
thought it was gonna be.
it's it's still group stage. There's three more games that have to be played.
Ah, okay, gotcha. I
Yeah,
mean, who's like? I still think that Barca could win the Champions League for sure.
if
They're
they
pretty
can
pretty
stay
good.
right now, they're banged up. Like they have so many injuries. It's crazy. But if they're all healthy, we have a great chance to winning the Champions League.
Who's the most significant injured player right now?
Right now, it's probably Frankie De Jong. Lewandowski's hurt.
Oh, Lewandowski's hurt.
Oh
Dang, I was
dang.
about to ask about him.
Well, I think he is coming back soon, though. I know Frankie De Jong. He wasn't back in training. Well,
Yeah.
actually, no, wait, no. Lewandowski came in El Clasico, but he didn't really do anything. Like he played a little bit. That was
Oh
it.
yeah, they probably just sparingly leaves him just to see if he could do stuff or whatever.
Yeah,
But
there's like one game where they were playing Athletic Club in La Liga, and they brought on this 17-year-old, and he scored the game-winning goal.
what's
It
his
was
name?
crazy.
Is this the other kid, the 16? Because I know there's
No,
like a couple of.
this is another one now. His name's Mark Guiu. He had like
Oh,
he had like on Instagram he had so little followers, and after that game he went up to like 300K followers. It was crazy.
damn. Wait, who's the 16-year-old they have? What's his name?
Oh, it's Yamin Yamal. He's so good.
Yeah, dude, he's been a dog, and he's that young, and he's like isn't he on the starting? He's been on like the starting sheets, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah. He's been
Yeah.
starting since like Rafinha's been down.
Damn, I mean, like, good for him, dude. Like, especially at one of
Honestly,
the most
yeah.
prestigious clubs in the world, that he's like balling out like this. It's crazy, dude.
I just hope they don't rush him because obviously he's young. You don't want to get
Yeah.
him injured, like what happened to Ansu Fati, which was terrible. I was so upset
Yeah.
about that one.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Barca does well. Hopefully.
But yeah, I don't know about Madrid. I mean, Madrid, they're still pretty good, but they've lost. Like Benzema now plays in the Saudi league, so it's like he's
Yeah,
one of their better players. So I mean, they got Bellingham
yeah.
And Vinicius Jr., but you know.
And also, surprising the La Liga, freaking Girona is like on top right now. They're doing great.
Really? Oh my god! It's weird to hear that there's a team on top that isn't Madrid or
Well,
Barca.
well, Madrid's one, Girona's two. Atletico Madrid is is third. Barca's fourth right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a Liga for you. Liga's wild. I mean,
It's
obviously I'm more of a Premier League guy, but still.
it's still super early in the season as well, so it's like
Yeah. How many games have been played
30
in the Liga?
uh uh it's about to be match day 12 coming up soon. So there's been like 11 games played.
So wait, you said is it 38 like the Premier League?
Yeah, it's 38.
Oh,
In
okay. All right.
some leagues like Bundesliga they only play 34.
Uh, I mean, is okay. So in the Bundesliga, I'm really paying attention to the Bundesliga. It's Bayern number one, like, obviously again, right? Or is
Uh,
it another team?
I think Bayern is number one, I think, right now, are they?
Is it Bayern and then Dortmund?
Oh, no, it's not actually. Leverkusen's number one, Bayern's two, Stuttgart is three, and Dortmund's four.
I mean, Dortmund's still high up because they're the second best team in the league. I
Yeah,
mean, I think historically. I mean,
yeah. Harry Kane went to Bayern, and he still can't win a trophy.
dude, poor Harry Kane, man. You got to feel for the guy. Like, it's so sad. He spent all those years with Tom. He's basically like the Damian Lillard of soccer.
That is
I think
true.
he's very much. And then he goes to like a contending team because Bayern's always a contending team for the Champions League, and obviously
Mo-
they win the Bundesliga every year. So I mean, imagine the first year he's there, he gets second.
That's good. That would be crazy. But
That would be sad, man. Like he's got to be cursed at that. If that's the case, if that ever happens, he's got to be cursed.
yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah, dude, everyone's forgotten about
He
Ronaldo.
plays in the oil league.
Plays in the oil league in Saudi. Also, I don't know
Yeah.
if you heard, but Saudi Arabia is gonna host for 2034 World Cup.
Yeah, because Australia didn't even put in a bid. They were kind of just like, all right, I guess they'll do it. You're the only one left, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. And then obviously, 2026 World Cup
Is
in
U.S., Mexico, and Canada.
A lot
U.S.
of
Mexico Canada.
lot of like international sports coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because if you can make a market in the
now
United
that.
States, yeah, you will make money. We love our like the most popular domestic league on the planet. I think it's either one or two in the NFL. So that's crazy.
Mhm. And you got the Saudis literally buying every player and paying them a
Yeah,
boatload of
they're
money.
buying all. Didn't China tried doing that like a decade or so
China,
ago, right?
China tried that and it just didn't work.
I remember only thing I think of remember when I think of the Chinese Super League. I only think of FIFA because I remember I made a team in the Chinese Super League in
Oh
FIFA.
yeah.
And I got Ronaldo. I remember in FIFA I put Ronaldo and Messi on my team. Like I acquired them, and it cost me so much in-game money, dude. It was
That's funny.
my team was losing money because I had to pay Ronaldo and Messi.
Oh yeah. Also, Messi won his 8th Ballon d'Or. That
Yeah,
was
dude.
big for him.
People said that was
I
undeserved. I
I
think
think it
is
was
okay.
it
So
was way
Haaland won the
deserved.
treble, sure, but like the World Cup is the biggest trophy for any sport on the planet. So it's like, yeah,
Well,
that's
well,
like,
the argument is like, oh, Holland has won the treble and he's gotten the 50 goals, so he should get it. But like, Messi won the World Cup. It's his.
biggest sporting accomplishment on the planet is winning the World Cup.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Also, speed was at the ceremony. I don't know if you
dude, he
saw
was.
that.
Yeah, I saw. He was pissed. He was pissed that Messi won, dude. I mean, he's
That
like
was so
Ronaldo,
funny.
but like, dude, Ronaldo wasn't even really in contention for the award, my
He,
guy. Like,
he didn't do anything, Ronaldo.
he played in the oil league, dude. Like,
You're
I don't
crazy,
know.
but I think Messi has completed football. He can now go and play MLS, come back to
Like,
Barca, whatever. He can just enjoy
chilling,
life.
chilling in the McDonald's league right now, dude. And he's chilling in Miami, dude.
McDonald's league.
Miami's, yeah, the McDonald's league.
He just
I
has
love
McDonald's.
calling
nothing
it
else.
that.
He's got nothing else to prove. Like he did it. He completed football.
The only thing he could prove is just like winning a Euro Cup, which is stupid because he's not from Europe.
No,
He could have played for Spain, but like, why would he do that when he could play for Team Argentina? You know, he loves Argentina, so.
he doesn't even need to do that. He can just relax,
I mean, he
retire.
won a Copa America. It's not like Copa America is nothing. They got like
Hmm.
Uruguay and Brazil, who are powerhouses of international teams. They always make moves in international soccer. So, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
that that World Cup final. That's a final I'm just like never gonna forget when Messi
Dude,
won. That's crazy.
I was so mad. I was so mad. I was at work that morning.
That's so.
All I could do was check the score, dude. I was so pissed. I wanted to watch the game, and it was such a good game too. Because like you would
It
think,
was
oh,
great.
Argentina had the lead, and then like Mbappe would score. Mbappe had a hat trick, dude. Like he
Yeah,
had
it
one
was
of the best
crazy.
performances in a World Cup final. Easily might have been that Mbappe one.
Yeah, and then that penalty got made and Messi was happy. Like
Yeah.
honestly, the whole world was happy. Like everyone was just happy to see
I mean,
him
you
win.
can all tell you are. I mean, I'm a Messi fan too, but it's really we're all. But I
The
mean,
whole world was happy. But yeah, that was a great day.
yeah, I was hyped, dude. I wanted Messi to win one. I mainly like I don't even hate Ronaldo. Ronaldo fans just piss me off, dude. The Ronaldo fans
They're
suck.
annoying.
They're annoying. They
I,
cry all the time, and they're like,
You messy.
I just I,
I show speed.
yeah.
Isn't
Oh,
he like
Aja speaks
Ronaldo?
funny though. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a big
he's a big
Ronaldo fan.
Ronaldo fan right there.
I remember when he met Ronaldo. That was so funny.
That was
That was
awesome. He has to be Messi now. I want to see that happen. That'd be funny.
Yeah, too bad Messi doesn't speak English, dude.
I mean, no,
Cool.
I heard he speaks English a little bit. His teammates
Very
say,
rarely, and I mean, he's never needed to. I mean, like when you think about it, like one
that's
time
true.
because he didn't even need to speak English when he played for PSG. Obviously, he lived in Spain for many years. He didn't, and then
Mhm.
now he lives in Miami, where 70% of the city speaks Spanish. So
But I heard he speaks a little bit. Like he gets by with a few words. Like
he
so.
understands enough to get him by because he plays against, the soccer is a very English game. It's pretty much originated. That's where the top
Hmm.
league in the world is the Premier League. So you kind of got to know a little bit, even if you're not playing in
Yeah,
an English league. So
yeah. This time last year, it was World Cup time. I miss it.
yeah, I remember we watched some of the games together, and
Yeah,
uh,
I watched all the games. I watched all of them.
yeah, those are good times. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
There was one more subject. I was just waiting for the
Yeah,
little. I was waiting for the little break.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, final subject for the night. I just want to close it off with another basketball topic. We forgot to touch up on it. Was for the NCAA women's basketball. That is, I've totally forgot about that. There was one game that really piqued my interest was the preseason of LSU against Loyola. Blew them out 121-36. So
Damn,
they are
dude.
definitely working to keep their title for sure.
You said Iowa, right?
Wow.
Loyola.
Loyola.
Yeah. It was a freaking blowout. It was ridiculous. Like 121-36, dude. That was just
For college
for
basketball is
college
insane.
basketball. That.
That is insane, dude. Like, honestly, some of these women's college players can cook, dude. Like they'll be like it's honestly I like women's college basketball more than like the WNBA. I think it's a little more entertaining personally, but that's just me.
I already looked at the rankings for the teams, and Iowa's number 3. So Caitlin Clark's team is gonna be number 3. So that's gonna
Who's
be
number one? Is number one LSU?
yes. They're
Who's number two?
UConn. UConn's number 2.
Oh,
And then
okay. I mean, they won the men's one, so like, yeah.
the really cool one is a home team. So we got UCLA at number 4 predicted.
I mean, UCLA is a basketball school, so that's not. And I mean,
Mhm.
USC's still ranked. They're 21. I'm looking at the. Let me look at the standings. Hold on, so I can get a better thing.
Oh yeah, I have another insider situation for you guys.
What you got, Jacob? What you got?
This
Oh, yeah,
Saturday, I'm going to USC versus Washington. So
Oh, that'd be fun.
Ooh.
yeah, I'm going to US. I don't know much about college football, but I hear it's good. It's gonna be it's a good matchup. So
It's gonna be
That
I will.
good. It's gonna be good,
Yeah.
but then it's mostly predicted to be Washington that's gonna take the W for the weekend.
Washington is a lot better.
Yeah, I think Washington's gonna win that. Michael Penix has been playing like a Heisman candidate. It's.
I
I
will
don't know.
definitely be reporting back
Cool.
on that.
They need that insider information for sure.
Fumble the Bag insider Jacob Goldstein. So are there any specific teams besides LSU you guys think they're gonna be in the finals, pretty much for March Madness?
Trying to look. Trying to look at more stronger conferences.
And then shout
Maybe,
out
yeah.
to Bobby Knight, who unfortunately passed away just recently.
Oh
Legendary
yeah,
coach
I heard
Bobby
about
Knight.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I think UConn could probably go back. I mean, I don't know. I haven't studied too much on these women's teams, so I can't really say. But
Definitely hoping it'll be Iowa and LSU again to have Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark match up again. That'll be excellent to watch.
Yeah, I think Caitlin Clark's like the most well-known woman
yeah, dude,
athlete in basketball, so that'd be fun
she's
to
good,
watch.
man. She knows how to
Yeah,
hoop.
she could shoot the freaking lights out.
She can
So
sling the.
I mean, if she can sell at a freaking football arena just for a basketball game, a college basketball game, that's impactful to the freaking
Hey,
culture and
wasn't
community.
South Carolina pretty good last year, right? Weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, then Virginia Tech, Indiana, like, yeah. So for the top 25 are Mississippi State, Washington State, Illinois, Creighton, USC, Colorado, Baylor, Florida State, Louisville, North Carolina, Stanford, Maryland, Texas, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Indiana, Virginia Tech, Ohio State, South Carolina, Utah, UCLA, Iowa, UConn, and LSU.
Nice.
So,
All right.
Let's see a Colorado team there.
yeah. Some of these guys that are like also in the football like top 25 are here. So interesting.
Oh yeah, and free agency is opening back up for
For
baseball.
baseball, yeah, that's
That's gonna be exciting.
Otani, right? I think Otani's a free agent
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting to see like who gets him. But the thing is, if it's not the
Dodgers.
Dodgers, I want Dodgers down, but it's gonna be some random team. It's gonna be some like team like what? They got him?
Oakland.
I don't know.
Oakland.
Oh my God.
Ew. Oh,
Oakland
my
A's,
God.
baby.
Soon to be Vegas.
Oh my
I
god.
think I remember. I think I changed the name. I think I did March to October in MLB The Show, and I changed their name to. It was like one of my friends' last names, or not a friend's last names, plus like the Hillbillies or something like that. It was really funny.
The
That's
Vegas
funny.
Hillbillies.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no. Okay, so his name is. I guess I'll name drop. His name is Josh Susai, and I named him the Susaiville Hillbillies. It's really funny.
It's got a ring to
Nope.
it.
Yeah, it was a great team. We made it to the World Series. So.
Who you guys think is gonna acquire Otani though?
Dodgers.
I mean, Dodgers is the most likely only because he wants to go to like a good team. I mean, even though
Yeah.
Dodgers didn't do well in the postseason, at least in the regular season they did really well, and they can do good in the postseason. We just need our players to show up. And plus he likes living in LA.
Yeah, might as well just go up with the 5. It's kind of there's some fresher air up here. Not
Yeah.
down there in Anaheim.
Yeah, they got Disneyland.
Yeah, but got much winning. Wonder what's gonna happen to Mike Trout too.
Poor guy, man.
Interesting.
Poor Mike Trout.
Man, dude.
Great costume, by the way. Speaking of one last thing for Halloween, he had a great costume. A fisherman.
What was his costume? Oh, fish. That's pretty funny.
Mm.
Trout.
Should have dressed up as a winning team.
Yo,
Wow.
I can see him going to Philly though. He loves Philly.
If he goes to Philly, dude, they could be favorites.
That's
to win.
literally perfect, bro. I mean, I think that's like the perfect scenario for Trout, but
Him and Harper, dude, cook.
I don't know if do they even have enough to sign or afford to get
He's got a
Trout?
crazy contract.
Probably, so they already have some crazy contracts in Philly, so speaking of them, they choked, but that's kind of disappointing.
To the D-backs.
Yep.
All right. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for today. I want to thank my co-host, Chris Franz, Max Pord, Jacob Goldstein, and Arvin Mohammadi. Thank you for joining us today in this weekly's episode, Fumble the Bag. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
And
you.
good night.
We're having
Thank
us.
you.